So I worked it. I was a billionaire, an old white billionaire, gave me my own TV show when he heard my story. I came on this show. I was invited to get on the show, and I told my story, and their ratings went through the roof. So he was like, that happens from time to time. So he invited me another week. The same thing happened. So he said, have you ever thought about doing your own TV show? Never in a million years. He said, if you can produce it yourself, like I'm going to give you all I have. If you can produce your own TV show, I'll give it to you. Man, I figured out how to do that in about 2 hours in my head. I said, I'm going to figure this out. And bro, that TV show went hard, and that's how the units started moving. Them units was moving. I was mailing them. Back then it was MP3 and all that. Tell you my age. I couldn't get rid of them fast enough. Hundreds of thousands of people, man. I made so much money fast. And I was grinding. I was producing my own TV show at the time, which a novice just taught myself, self-taught. I was doing concerts. I was producing music. I was recording and learned how to engineer myself. Not only that, I was speaking. I'm one of the first hip-hop artists to ever do concerts in prisons. I'm traveling in the prisons doing shows. I'm doing everything, overseas, everything. And if somebody invited me, I'm coming. I pass up nothing.
Are you living like a straight and narrow life while you doing this, or you still kind of,
You know what was crazy? And I tell people this. The only reason I was at that time I was disciplined and I wasn't, living a wild life, I ain't had time to do wrong. All I was doing was working. Like no time. Of course, it was a commitment there. But say I was challenged, I didn't even have time to be challenged. I was always working. And it kept me out of trouble. And it also added another level of discipline to me. You feel me? I see the guys that came up, like Chameleonaire and Paul Wall. A guy that their youth pastor was a dude that I mentored. Slim Thug, I remember years ago, he got on a plane and I seen him. He said, man, I seen your TV show, da-da-da-da. He was young. And I said, man, bless you, keep grinding. And Slim he still is focused. He relaxed now, though. Everybody know him as Sugar Daddy Slim. He enjoying his life, but back then, all he did was work and grind. He was so focused. And I told him, I said, bro, you stay like this, you're gonna come up. And he stuck to it. And I watched all of them blow up, all of them flourish. Even Rick Ross back in the day. I'm one of the only producers ever dealt with him back in the slip and slide days. You feel what I'm saying? And I watched him, boom, blow up.
And that relationship came through production?
Through producing. I got a friend of mine named DJ Sykes, which was Trick Daddy's DJ. That's what got me all the Miami scene and stuff like that. Just real good people, man. Real good people out there, man. And that's how I know about Rick Ross and stuff. So it's just watching everybody just flourish. Even Trey, Trey did gospel hip hop. He wasn't, I don't think he was a gospel rapper, but he was on one of my compilations before I even met him, back in the day. Through another guy who said, man, this dude here, he ain't gospel, but he always helping people. Even way back then, Trey was helping people. People ain't even know it. You feel me? So I said, man, I told him, I said, man, if he can do some, put some lyrics and it kind of be God-like or whatever, he ain't got to be preaching, whatever. Just as long as ain't no cussing, man, he can get on the compilation, and he did. So I watched everybody. South Park, Mexican. He used to be a Christian hip-hop artist first. People ain't even know that. He didn't never release nothing, but I met him in the beginning stages, So it's deep history with that. People don't know about it. It's deep history, bro.
So what was what made you switch? You know what I'm saying? You was doing good. Did the Southwest, how much did the Southwest wholesale crash play a part in like what you had going on?
That didn't affect me at all, to be honest, because artists right now live off of show money. I lived off of show money anyway, and merchandise. Like I can't tell you how many shirts, hats, and I used to sell my posters too. I can't even count. Like I made so much money just with that and the music, so it didn't affect it. What had happened was I'm not a politic guy, never have been. One of the reasons why my career as just doing street hip hop, secular hip hop, was somewhat limited. I've never been a politic guy. I don't bullshit. I don't lie. I don't, like we were talking about earlier. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna call you about 15 minutes, knowing you ain't gonna call nobody. I don't play them games. If I tell you something, I mean it. And that don't work necessarily in the entertainment business. Bullshit is the language, and I'm not good at bullshit. So, but the church system, I'm not gonna say every church and every preacher. That church system is the most demonic thing on the planet. And it was preachers that was trying to buy me because I was so famous back then. You can't buy. I don't play with God. Like I don't.
You say buy you? What you in what sense?
Well, it was some trying to pay me to go to their church because I had such a big following. TV show, all these kids. Like I had a huge following, and I was like, nah, I don't get with that.
So when you were doing these church things, you were just showing just on the strength. You would just show up like that.
Well, I had a policy. If you need me to speak to kids to help them, I do that for free. You can handle expenses, gas, whatever, cool. I'm gonna do that regardless. But if that music come on and I start rapping, you got to pay me. Because that's my gift, that's my work. And I gotta take care of my family. You ain't gonna disrespect that. And sometimes I had to like lock the door on preachers. They was playing with the money. I'm like, bro, I'm not the one. So either y'all gonna pay me or some people about to get knocked out in this room. And it's sad, but it was some of them like that. But what really drove me out is, I'm not gonna say no name. He was a powerful preacher. And they so-called blackballed me because they couldn't control me. I don't live on no controlling base. I'm a man. Like my daddy taught me in the beginning, at the end of the day, I'm a man. I'm not here to control no other man either. I have full respect for what a man does. And I never come in your space and disrespect your house, your wife, your kids, anything you own, and never your money. That's a respect. But it's some people, they just, they get their money and they got so many people kissing their ass, they think they can just bully their way on people. That don't work with me. I'm talking about on a serious level. Like it'll be the end of the day before you get me the ball. Because you can't do that. It ain't gonna happen. So instead of me being on the news, busting an AK-47 with some preachers, it wasn't that serious because I don't play. Now y'all playing with my money and my family. And I prayed to God, and he reminded me it was him that blessed me, not them.
Donnie Houston.